This video is for all young black men like this kid right here. Back at it once again with a brand new video. Brand new video, but vlog type style, right? So I've been paying attention as of late to what's been going on in the black community, and crime is at an all-time high in a lot of the major cities, a lot of cities just in general. I've been paying attention to a lot of young black men who have been growing up in a single mother home, and they don't really have that fatherly influence to kind of teach them and guide them into making great decisions and whatnot, especially between the ages of 14 to 18. When a lot of black kids get into high school, it's kind of 14 to 18 is kind of that time frame where you can either go all the way to the right or all the way to the left. So this video is more so just giving you guys solutions, whether that's you being that 14 to 18 year old or even younger, or even you being a parent or even a man. One of the things that can solve a lot of problems in a black community, especially with our young black kings killing each other, 14, 15, getting guns, shooting up block parties, shooting up parties, shooting up downtown, all the craziness, selling drugs, is one of the main things that a lot of black men in those communities need and want, is simply to learn how to make money. Oftentimes in black relationships, why they tend to don't work out, in most cases, most divorces in the black community have to do with money. And then when the divorce is finalized, the aftermath of it has to do with money. Most cases, when you're growing up in a single family household, oftentimes money is a problem. Why a lot of black young men choose to selling drugs is because a lot of black men don't necessarily have the time to go get a job. Because if you're working a job like let's say you're working at 7-Eleven or working at Walmart, if I need $700, $800, $1,800 to go help my mama pay her rent, help my mama pay her car bill, or pay my car bill, or go get me some food or whatever, it's probably gonna take me 2 to 3 weeks to get money from that 9 to 5 that's paying me $8 an hour, $10 an hour, $15 an hour. But what we could do, a solution for a lot of black men, and what I personally did, cause see, I never really had to sell drugs. Now, I grew up with the drug dealers, the killers, the people who got life in prison. And I'm not really trying to be preachy or anything like this, but I'm really just telling you guys from experience. I could have went that route, but the great thing that I did and what my mom did as a single mom is she put me into mentorship groups. From 14 to 18, I was in mentorship groups. Even though I didn't necessarily have my actual biological father around, I had father figures around that kind of guided me into the right direction. And a lot of those father figures, kind of taught me how to make money in the real estate game. When I was in high school and I wasn't doing anything, I think I was in 11th grade summer year, when my mama seen I wasn't doing anything and seeing how bad the crime was getting in my city, the first thing that she did was put me in, she didn't really give me an option. She enrolled me into real estate school. Now, fast forward to almost 10 years later, I'm a well-known real estate agent. I've made money in real estate, which led me to making money in the insurance game, selling insurance policies, and the same amount of money that people would make, being that hand-to-hand weed man on the block. I'm doing laps around those people. But it's because my mama changed my environment, and also I saw better because I grew up with the people who they sold drugs, grew up with the people who killed people, and where they all at right now? Life. All of them, or they're dead. There's plenty of people I went to high school with who are dead or in prison for life, and now I think it's been going on 5 years since I've been in high school, which is really crazy. It's just I'm getting old. But I say this to say, it's like, any parents who's watching this particular video, definitely take the time out to surround your kid around people who are making money. If money is an issue, try to reach out to the community leaders who are making money, the people who are in the real estate business, people who are in the insurance business, people who are actually doing things in the community. That way your sons can be influenced by the right thing, and also have those people show them, okay, if you do this the right way, you can make way more money than the people who are selling drugs, being mass murderers, or even, I'm very aware of, it's a lot of OGs that are paying these young guys, $1,500 because these guys are broke with no money to go do hits and drills and whatnot. Instead of, letting those people be an influence to your kid, bring those people around, put your kids around people who are actually doing something with themselves. Even me, you guys are more than welcome to reach out to me, and I'll definitely, give your son the game, and about getting into the real estate business, getting into the insurance business, even starting your own fragrance oil company like I did, and just making money. And the first thing I wanted to say is, making money is definitely one of the first important things, because realistically in the black community, not too many of us have bread. Not too many of us have $1,000 in our savings account. Not too many of us have good credit. It's just the facts. So the number one thing is focusing on teaching these kids how to make money. And if you're watching this video, definitely subscribe. Cause especially, if you around the age 14 to 18, you guys can look at my life. I'm only 24, but if you look at all my past videos, man, I done traveled all over the country. We just started traveling the world. We just left the Bahamas. Just did the Bahamas vlog. But I have a lot of knowledge to spread and share. And in fact, I'm going to actually start doing a lot more community building events with young people to showcase, you don't have to choose a life of crime. You don't have to throw your life away at a young age. You could be cool and gangster and still get plenty of females and respect from everybody you run into, just being yourself. But I say that to say is, parents definitely got to start surrounding your kids around people who actually can teach your children how to make money. Don't matter the necessarily business field. At the end of the day, that I definitely think, whether you're working a regular 9-to-5 job, or even encourage bringing them around people who are making good money with a good high-paying job. So getting a career in tech. It don't have to be a business. It could be getting a career in tech, getting a career in health field, being a doctor, and finding out what your kid is actually interested in, and actually going full force with that, instead of just letting their kid just wander the streets. And another thing too, the second biggest thing is, we definitely need to start, bringing, a lot more black men in the community who are so-called, leaders, and start holding them accountable for misleading the youth, especially when it comes to drug dealers, when it comes to people who's instructing these young men to shoot up blocks, shoot up people's houses, kill people, all for a name. definitely need to start holding those people accountable. And I would even say we definitely even need to start telling these people, like, bro, like, at the end of the day, you're not only ruining your own life, you're ruining like a whole generation of people. You're ruining a whole generation that you don't know. It's a lot of these older guys who are really, influencing the youth. These rappers, Future, who else? A lot of these gangster rappers, they're influencing the youth to do things that they're not really doing. And I know because I've hung around these people. When I go to Miami, we be around nothing but celebrities. All of these people who make this, gangster music, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to do this, do that. Even like, the music like Sexy Red, and the influence it has on our young women, it all is frequencies. So while it sounds good in the club, King Von's music was jamming in the club. But at the end of the day, if you look up and really understand who King Von was, King Von was a serial killer. And all he did was torment people in his music. All he did was taunt the families of people's families he tortured while he was on this earth. But people jam out to that type of music. People say they smoking on Tuka, not knowing who Tuka actually was. And nobody's really speaking. Nobody in the black community speaks about it. The only person I've ever seen speak about it was Charleston White. What we need to do is start holding, parents, and we need to start holding these rappers accountable for, the detriment that they're, providing to the youth. We start getting kids to, listen to people who are actually doing something positive, you'll see a different outcome. So I would say definitely, focus on teaching young people, especially young men, 14 to 18, how to actually make legit money that's making more than an average person would on a 9 to 5, because people around that age typically like fast money, and it's possible in the fields like real estate, in the fields like insurance, or even selling fragrance oils, which if you guys want to start that business, check the description below. I have affordable packages for people who are just getting their foot in the game. You can get started with me for like less than $300. Learning how to sell, getting into videography, freaking you name it. Find out what your kid is interested in and go full force with that. Teach them how to monetize it. Introduce them to somebody like me who will show them how to monetize it for free through my YouTube channel. Like, it's possible. You just have to go be proactive. A lot of parents in the black community know who the killers are. They know who the drug dealers are. They know who the mass murderers are. They know who's the influence on their kids. They know their kids have guns. They know their kids smoke weed. So it's really up to the parents, take control of their kids' lives and check them where they're wrong, especially a lot of black fathers. And it's really sad that, a lot of black fathers are not in the household. But, even if, you going through it with your baby moms or whatever, you definitely need to be around your kid and definitely have control into your kid's life, especially the black males, especially as they get towards the 14 to 18-year-old age, because that time frame of age is either gonna make or break you. You either gonna be go far right, or you're gonna go far left. And a lot of people who go left tend to not come back, or it end up being too late. So hopefully you guys like this video. This video is really meant to be geared towards the black community as a whole, and just giving you guys real life solutions as to what we can do and what people should do to make the community a lot better and safer. And I'm just gonna be the person to say it as myself. Like, I don't condone none of that I've stopped supporting, gangster music, whether it comes, with promoting and praising the killing of other black people, as well as, hanging around those people who actually do that stuff in the community. serial killers. Because realistically, you know, a lot of these people who are doing, you know, these drills, killing people, this, that, and the third, for no apparent reason, or because they're getting paid to do it, they're real life serial killers. These people who are selling cocaine, fentanyl, lacing people's drugs with fentanyl. These people are like the worst of society. And to be honest with you, I'm against you. If that's what you're doing, I'm 100% against you. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you go to jail or go to prison. Real talk. And that's another thing too, is I think a lot of black people in the community definitely need to start cooperating and not necessarily telling on people, but definitely checking, you know, the stuff that's going on in our community. It's too many things that we know in the black community that nobody wants to talk about. Like, let's have that conversation. Like, let's handle that conversation. Let's do it, and that way we can be better. Or you could just watch this video and not do nothing, and life's gonna continue to go on. One thing about me is, like, all my youngins, you know, I teach them right from wrong. I tell them, like, bro, if you out here selling drugs, you out here, you know, killing people, being a mass murderer, I can't support you and I can't be around that, and I'm not rocking with you. And we'll end off this video with this. It's a rapper called Young Thug right now who makes great music. But over the past, and this is somebody who I kind of grew up on, you know, around like when I was 13, Young Thug was like just coming out. And from 13 to 24, that time frame, listening to the music, you know, and realizing and being aware of the stuff that this person was actually doing in the streets, he was really rapping about it. Fast forward to 2024, where he's currently sitting in jail facing RICO charges for killing a 17-year-old, killing a hustle, also killing a high-ranking gang leader. Also trying to get other people killed, other rappers killed and whatnot. People like that don't need to be free. I'm just calling it how it is. People like that need to be thrown under the jail. And I just want you guys to know, like, that's where I pretty much stand. And I think if a lot more black people stood on that principle, the community would do better. Like, a lot of the people that we praise and promote are the worst of the society. So yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe, share this video for sure, especially share this to a young black person. And I'm willing to go head to head with any of you guys who think not. Like, a lot of the stuff that we praise and give, you know, glory to is BS, and it's toxic, and it's contributing to our self-destruction. But like, subscribe, share, peace.